What up, peeps? Welcome back to the flip side. Welcome to the start of my Mega Man review series, where I literally play every game and then I review it. And so we're going to start off this video with Mega Man 1. Now, Mega Man 1, it's kind of mid. It's got janky controls, and the movement is very slippery. There's a lot of untapped potential with this game. I love what they were going for, but at the end of the day, execution was mid. Starting off with the title screen, I mean, you already saw, well, you didn't see, but if you did, I don't know. But it's just the title, it says Mega Man in that classic Mega Man font, and no music. And then you start with 6 Robot Masters, which in the later games it would be 8 Robot Masters. So, and when you're starting to select the Robot Masters, you can't go up, down, you have to go left or right. It goes in a circular motion. So if you want to start with Cutman, who's in the top left, and you want to make your way all the way over to Electman, who was on the very left, you have to go, you either have to press left one time, or you have to go all the way around until you get to Electman. And it's even weirder when you get to the Dr. Wily stage, because to select Dr. Wily, you have to press the left button 2 times, or you have to go all the way around, and then you have to do an extra right direction button to get to the stages. So, starting off with the soundtrack, it's kind of mid, alright? These themes don't last for a very long time. They're like under a minute. Some of them are like under 20 seconds. Under 30 seconds. And, you know, they're catchy enough, but they're very short little themes. And then the stage design itself, it just feels like there's a lot of things that just want to troll you, right? Like there's enemies that just keep spawning, and there's also enemies that just come out of the wall and just target you based on how high you are on the screen. If you're on the top of the screen, there's going to be like a missile that is coming towards you. And then if you're in the middle, same thing. And if you're in the bottom, there's still going to be another enemy that's coming towards you from the height of where you're standing at the stage. That's weird to me. And, you know, I don't even know if these people tested out their game. You know, they just had a semi-solid thing going, and then they said, just release it. It's good enough. Well, the problem is it's not good enough, Capcom. My camera wants to be wiggling right now, so I gotta fix that real quick. Alright. I don't know why my camera's wiggling, but anyway. So, and then there's also parts where you get hit, and then you instantly just gain 100 pounds, and just in a split second you fall directly to the bottom and die. So that's pretty shitty, I think. And then these right on the screen right now, this is very frustrating. These little platforms that will lower you when the skinny part comes out. And you have to get the timing almost pixel perfect, or else you just drop right down and die. You just gain 1,000 pounds and just skyrocket towards the ground. I don't know if that's the right word to use there, but it is what it is. So, and then, you know, other times it's not the same thing. Other times you fall regularly. And another fun thing about the original Mega Man stages is that spikes take away your invincibility frames. You get hit, you fall on some spikes, instant death. I mean, I don't know if it's that bad of a thing to where it literally lowers the quality of play, but it's pretty shitty, you know? And then there's just other enemies that are just very strong, you know? Other enemies like this guy right here. These little fucking blue things. Sometimes they're red, but that little big thing that was just on screen right now, they'll take like a third of your health, you know? And there's a strategy to where you have to, you know, freeze him or walk under him as he does his high jump, but you never know when he's going to do his high jump. It's at random. So, and then when you get to the bosses, they're all kind of weak to the Mega Buster. You know, some of these can just be a war of attrition. Other times, they literally kill you in like 3 hits. When you're at full health, you only get 3 hits before you're dead. That's pretty shitty to me, you know? And then there's even parts after where even if the boss is dead, his projectile will still damage you. So if you're at 1/3 of your health left, and let's say Iceman still has his projectile out, you have to jump over it, or else you'll die. The boss will die, but he can still kill you. That's retarded. Other bosses like Elecman, it's almost too much trouble to try to use the Mega Buster. So you really have to know what bosses are weak to what weapons, or else fighting them is just going to be a drag. Like, Iceman, you can get down. You just have to get your timing right with specific jumps. But Elecman, he just shows you no mercy. There's a strategy, but it just takes too long. It's very, tedious. So I just bring out the rolling cutter and just kill him right there. And it's enemies like this that just feel like they're just there to troll you. Right? Like, it's horrible. And then I don't know why Capcom decided to keep the disappearing blocks like the ones that are on stage right here. They just appear and disappear. It's like a puzzle. They're very frustrating. The later games improve on the disappearing blocks, but it's one of those aspects of the game. It's one of those things where I don't know why Capcom decided to bring them back. Same thing with the Mets. Fuck the Mets. They're annoying, right? Like, they were literally, I think, only in one stage, Gutsman stage, and then that was it. Like, I just played this game a couple hours ago. And there's other parts where you're going up ladders, and you're just very slow going up those ladders. And let's say the enemies spawn, or you get hit by something that takes pixel perfect timing. And I'll get to that little item that Mega Man's gonna get in a second. I don't know why he didn't get it, but you're supposed to get that. It's this thing right here. It's called the Magnet Beam. But anyway, if you get hit on ladders, you don't get to catch yourself back on the ladder. You almost have to just fall. Like, sometimes you go 2 screens down before you can catch yourself again. And so let's get to this magnet beam right here that the player just skipped. That creates platforms in the air that you could spawn. If you hold down, if you hold down the button, well, not if you're playing on the Legacy Collection. If you're playing on the regular game that doesn't have auto fire, then you hold down the button, and it puts a wall in the air you can just walk on. If you hold the attack button down, not the auto fire button, the regular one, it creates a very long platform that you can walk on. And, you know, it makes the game easier. It makes the game easier, but it also makes the game harder, because you have to have a certain weapon to be able to get it. you have to have Gutsman's weapon. That's these little blocks right here. The Gutsman's weapon. It lets you lift these blocks and throw them at enemies. And it also lets you get through stuff. Like you can get items like this, and that's the only time when you have to get items with that weapon. But other than that, let's move on. The thing about the magnet beam is it's cool until you have to use it to get past the first stage of Dr. Wily's level, of Dr. Wily's castle, I should say. There's a part where if you don't have enough, you have to keep going down through the other screen that you just got through, and you have to just keep reloading the magnet beam. So, let's say, you know, you couldn't get over this wall with the magnet beam because you ran out of ammo. Well, in the previous room, there was some ammo that you could get, so you would just have to keep going back there over and over. You have to go back to the next stage, come back here so that the items can reload, that the fuel can reload, and you have to just get that ammo until you have enough magnet beams to get through the level. It's horrible, you know. I don't know what was going through Capcom's head, but it is what it is, right? And then let's get to the bosses. Now the boss design, they're iconic, but not in the sense that they're cool. I mean, Elecman, he looks alright, you know. He kind of looks like Electro from Spider-Man. And then all the other ones just look weird, except for Fireman. His head is like a torch. But other than that, Cutman is just this red and white guy with scissors on his head that he throws. Gutsman is this big buff construction worker. Iceman is just a guy in a freaking jacket. This guy doesn't look intimidating at all, right? It's just some weirdo. Bomb Man is just some big fat robot with a mohawk that throws bombs. And that's about it. Nothing really special about about the character design for most of them. This stage. This is probably the worst stage in the entire game, Iceman stage. Because it's got the respawning missile enemies, it's got the floor enemies, and it's got the disappearing blocks, and it's got the area where if you get hit and you fall off of a platform, you just plummet straight down into the abyss. This is a great stage where you'd want to have the magnet beam. So you have to be, in order to kind of enjoy this game, you really have to be a seasoned Mega Man player. Right? Like, first-time players wouldn't know this kind of stuff. They would just be struggling through the whole thing. Like, you can get through this with the magnet beam, but the guy didn't get the magnet beam, which is weird. He's gonna need it in Wily's stage, but whatever. Anyway, and so the boss battles themselves, I kind of went over that already. The weapons are great. Capcom had a great start when it came to Mega Man weapons. The magnet beam I already went over. It's more of a tool than a weapon. But the elect beam, which is what Mega Man is equipped with right now, it's very powerful. It goes in 3 directions: up, down, and wherever you're aiming at, and then wherever your character is facing. The rolling cutter, which is Cutman's, it's another strong weapon. It kind of goes in a circular motion for whatever direction you're facing. It's good at taking out certain enemies that are really effing annoying. The Ice Slasher, which is Iceman's weapon, freezes enemies, so it's really good against those big giant ones that like to stomp you. You can literally freeze them in midair and then kill them. They can also freeze the fire pillars that are in Fireman stage, and they can creates platforms. And then Gutsman's weapon I kind of went over already. It lets you pick up, specific looking blocks, and you can use them to throw them at enemies. And then Bomb Man's weapon kind of sucks. It's this bomb that it has, you throw it out, it's this big bulky thing, it has delay before it explodes, so nobody really ever uses it unless they're fighting Gutsman. You never really even need it against Gutsman. He's weak to the freaking Mega Buster. And then Fireman's weapon is good. It's the Firestorm, which is a weapon that allows you to shoot balls of flame. And then you have fire that circles around you as a shield. So, and it's pretty strong. Not as strong as the Elect Beam or a Rolling Cutter, but it's cool. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. But sections like this, it just shows really bad level design. It's really annoying. Hey, web root. Alright. So, that's really all I have to say. If you're looking for a challenge, Mega Man, the original, is the one for you. Because this game is a little hard. Alright? For the first time player, it's a hard game. But that's really about it. The wily bosses, like the Yellow Devil, that is a very difficult boss. I can kind of go to it. I can go to it. Yeah, let's fast forward. This thing, if you don't know the pattern, you're gonna have a really bad time. No pun intended. Especially if you don't know the weakness. When it's first coming at you in the empty room, it's like, what the hell is going on? And then it's much easier when you can see where the blobs are spawning from. So, I mean, that helps, but it's very fast paced and it's very difficult, you know? And you can't just use the weakness, you know, and just go 1-2 and kill him. He takes multiple hits. Well, there's a thing about the Yellow Devil in this game, and I think a few, if not more, bosses in this game, maybe Robot Masters. There's an easy glitch that you can perform when you're hitting enemies. You have to, like, press the item select, or no, it's the start button over and over, and the invincibility frames won't really register, so you can just keep hitting the pause and unpause over and over again until the enemy just keeps losing health over time. And then, yeah, you beat the boss. That's pretty much it. And then there's just weird levels too, like the freaking water level where you're literally playing hopscotch at this part. Look, 1 and a 2 and a 3. And, I mean, you can shoot them if you have the timing right, but I usually jump over them. It's much more fun. You have to play hopscotch in this level. And then, yeah, and another cool thing that I like about this game is that there's a very unique weapon that shows up. It doesn't show up in any other Mega Man game. I forgot what it's called, but it's this ninja star looking thing. Right over here where my mouse is. And it refills your health and all of your items. That's pretty cool, especially right before the Robot Master rematch and Dr. Wily. So, let's get to Dr. Wily before we end things here. Now, this is a very underwhelming fight. Alright, there's... it's just... He comes in this machine, and I don't... Yeah, there you go. You can just literally just deplete his health in, I'd say, 10 seconds if you know the weakness. Like, he just did it right here. He has to switch to the Cutman weapon, right? And then you just do, like, 3 hits at a time. until he's dead. This literally lasts like 30 seconds. It's very underwhelming. You know, Dr. Wily just goes back and forth shooting very easy to dodge projectiles. And that's it. That's Mega Man 1. And then the credits theme is pretty cool. You know, it shows Mega Man running home, and it also, let's see, hold on. I think it also shows the Robot Masters, and it gives some kind of origin story to Mega Man. You know, he's not just some warrior robot. No, wait, that's the wrong game. That's the wrong game. That's Mega Man 3 I'm talking about. They don't show the original Mega Man 1 Robot Masters in the credits until Mega Man 3. So, sorry about that. But, yeah. I mean, even in Mega Man 1, too, I'm not wrong. It shows him transforming back into this regular dude, you know? But it's weird because they don't really show that. You know, they don't really say it, really. It's just some old guy, some girl, and some other dude, you know, jumping up in the air. You know, you would never... Would you really know that Mega Man is a robot if you never bought the game, you know, in a box back in the NES days? Would you even know that? I don't know. So that's pretty much it for Mega Man 1, my review. Now, I have a tier list ready here of all of the... Get out of here! Of all the games that I'm going to play and review. Well, almost all of them. I've never played Mega Man in base, and I don't have the game. So, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll get the game. I don't know. Maybe I'll get the game on Steam and play it if it's on Steam. I don't know. But maybe I'll try to play it. Who knows? Depends on how much it is, to be honest. And I heard it's really not the best game. It's really low-tier game, so... We'll see. Let me know if you want me to play it in the comments. But probably won't fucking happen. So anyway, where would I put Mega Man 1? Oh, I can't wait to play the Game Boy games too, otherwise known as Mega Man World or Rockman World. Mega Man 1, it's gotta go in... It's gotta go in C. It's gotta go in C tier. You know, it's not good enough. The music isn't good enough. The stage design isn't good enough. The weapons and the Robot Masters don't save this game. Sorry. The weapons aren't good enough to justify this game being any better than mid. I would even say it's low mid-tier. This is a low-tier Mega Man game. If it wasn't for Mega Man 2, which absolutely blows it out of the park compared to Mega Man 1, then this franchise would have died. Would have just been left in the dust. So that's really about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. And with all that said, I will see you guys next time back on the flip side. Peace out.